afternoon, my loves. Welcome to Maverick Baking and welcome to another chocolate review. If you're new here, my name is Kelly and here on the channel we conduct food reviews. We also share quick and easy little baking recipe videos, foodie vlogs and other edible related content, the legal kind. If that's your kind of thing, feel free to hit that subscribe button and stick around. Today we are delving into a huge brand, definitely across Europe and probably globally to some extent. We are talking about Milka. So I have picked up 4 Milka bars that I have never laid my eyes nor my taste buds upon to taste for you guys today, to let you know whether it's worth your money, because it's been like 2 years since I posted any kind of Milka review, so you're welcome. So the 4 bars that we are going to be tasting through today are Milka with riso soffiato, crispy puffed rice, Milka with tuck biscuits, nothing innovative, it's been around for 5 to 10 years now, but I've still never tried it. Milka noisette or hazelnut, and the Milka releno con crema di cacao, which looks to be like a cocoa-filled biscuit, or it's just a chocolate mousse. It's a chocolate mousse. Should have worn my glasses when I saw these earlier. But all 4 of these bars, whether they are new to you or just new to me, let's taste our way through them and see if they are worth our money, comrades. Let's get started with the kind of simpler flavored among these bars. I'm going to taste the riso soffiato, the kind of crispy puffed rice bar first. This bar contains sugar, cocoa butter, the crisped rice, some milk, some cocoa mass, some emulsifiers, a little bit of hazelnut paste, which is interesting, some salt and some barley malt extract, among other flavorings. So a little bit different. I don't know why they've thrown the hazelnuts in there. I don't know if it adds to the flavor, to the texture, because it's certainly not advertised. So those with an allergy, maybe bring your EpiPen for this one. But let's get into this crispy rice Milka bar and give it a bash. So I believe all of these bars were between 1 and 2 euros, as 100 gram kind of budget milk chocolate bars usually are, and I just found it in a kind of medium-sized supermarket here in Italy. Nowhere fancy, but a little bit bigger than your kind of average corner shop, put it that way. So opening up, we have your standard Milka milk chocolate, a little bit kind of glossy in the front, which is nice to see. It's been molded nicely, and you can immediately see on the back that we're going to have all of those pieces of crispy puffed rice in there. Immediate Milka smell, and by that I just mean sweet milk chocolate with a very specific blend of flavorings. Let's see if this puffed rice bar is worth your money though. This is a chocolate bar that is designed to be just eaten and smashed through mindlessly. Sweet, almost beyond belief. Very minimal in terms of chocolate flavor. What does it taste like? It tastes like Rice Krispie treats. It tastes like those Rice Krispie squares that you make with just Rice Krispies or puffed rice and marshmallows. That's what it's giving. And that's kind of what I mean when it's designed to just be absolutely mindlessly smashed. Because could I eat this whole 100 grams without blinking? Without a doubt. I'm not expecting complexities. I'm not expecting to be able to taste, the cows that ran through the field to produce the milk to go into this bar. But there is a huge amount of the puffed rice in there, more than I expected, which does of course lend a glorious texture. It's that perfect kind of balance of crunchy, smooth and melty that your mouth craves more and more of. It's the perfect movie snack. It's the perfect after lunch, afternoon nibble type thing. Aggressively sweet and almost zero taste of chocolate, but in terms of texture and in terms of doing what it says it will do, it's doing it. It's nothing wow, but for the quality and the price that we have come to expect from this brand, I would give this one a 3 out of 5. Shall we move on to something even crunchier, believe it or not? We have with us also the Milka with touk. I suppose here in Italy it might be pronounced touk. So the bar is 15% cracker, that's a decent sounding ratio to me, and the ingredients are worse than previous, unfortunately. While the previous bar did not contain vegetable oils to pad out what should be chocolate in this chocolate bar, with this we have sugar, cocoa butter, wheat flour, skimmed milk powder, cocoa mass, more milk, sunflower oil and palm oil, glucose syrup, barley malt extract, salt, wheat starch, raising agents, flavorings, a flour treatment agent, butter, yeast extract, like Marmite, and some more milk. So obviously these are the ingredients for both the biscuits and the chocolate, but if you're someone who likes to be a bit more ethical with your chocolate and get more bang for your buck, getting a vegetable oil filled biscuit in your chocolate may not be ideal, unless you're just a big fan of Tuck biscuits. Let's see what on earth is going on here. This looks like, this side, right? Professional, somewhat intriguing in the fact it's just so absurdly uniform. It's just a blank sheet of chocolate with some Tuck biscuits on top. This side, let me see if I can give you a close-up. This side, they've like glued the Tuck biscuit onto the top in a little tray. It looks like a toddler would bring you this and say, "Mommy, look what I did today." And you would have to say, "Oh, good." Anyway, let's get into whatever on earth this is going to taste like. The Milka with Tuck biscuits. The chocolate that's sticking the biscuit to the rest of the chocolate is like a slightly different texture, which makes this very jarring. Am I glad I tried it? Yes. Will I ever pick this up again? Probably not. Probably not. It's a curious combination that someone will like. The whole salty and sweet thing does go together, but this, you know, absolute baseline quality chocolate with some absurdly applied Tuck biscuits on top is barely worth paying for. And I will quite happily give this an absolute 1 out of 5. I don't want to talk about that one anymore. Let's move on. So the final 2 chocolate bars we have left to taste are the chocolate mousse and the hazelnut. I think I'm going to get into the chocolate mousse first, just seeing as we're going on a wild ride of textures already. This one we can expect to contain a cocoa flavored filling. Really selling it. And just to disappoint you all from the get-go, the 2 main ingredients in this chocolate bar, chocolate which consists typically of nothing more than cocoa, sugar, and perhaps some milk. The main ingredients are sugar and palm oil. Delicious. Delicious vegetable fat replacing what should be chocolate in a chocolate bar. This is followed by milk, finally with some cocoa butter, then some cocoa powder, some more milk on top of that, some emulsifiers, and some of that mystery hazelnut paste that we did not taste in the crispy rice bar whatsoever. I have almost no idea what to expect from this one. So this is what it looks like. A little bit kind of unassuming, plain on the back, and the kind of Milka chunks on the front are chunkier than in previous bars. Very generic chocolate flavored thing smell, if that makes any sense. Let's see. Oh. Perfect. It's like somewhere between a mousse, a ganache, and just a gummy chocolate thing. I hope you guys can see that in the close-up there. Let me zoom out and zoom in just in case. But let's see just what on earth it tastes like. One more taste before I put into words just what on earth my face is displaying right now. First of all, it tastes absolutely nothing like a Milka product. Never in a month of Sundays would I have guessed, from the flavour or texture alone, that this was supposed to be the Alpine Milk brand. Never. This tastes like someone has created frosting, like buttercream frosting, from butter, Cadbury hot chocolate powder, the kind that you make with water, not the kind you make with milk, and even more sugar. That is not good. It's not good. It either tastes like that or it tastes like when you're in a supermarket and you buy some of their own brand bakery brownie bites, those dry mattress-like pieces of cocoa powder flavored dense dry cake. Just the absolute ground floor of chocolate products in the Empire State Building of chocolate products. It's basic. It tastes even cheaper than it actually is. The texture is just It's not smooth and luxurious like a Lindor truffle feels. You know, for all the palm oil that's in there, it's not smooth, it's just pasty. It's just semi-solid. And it's an absolute 1 out of 5 for me. Shall we move on to the bar that I have the most hope for? Our final bar of the day, and that is the Milka Noisette, or hazelnut. I don't know why it's called noisette here in Italy, but here we are. So the ingredients we can expect from the Milka Noisette milk chocolate are sugar, cocoa butter, hazelnut paste of 13%. That's about the same percentage as Nutella, so that could be a fair flavour comparison. Skimmed milk powder, cocoa mass, whey powder, more milk, emulsifier, flavouring. Honestly, best ingredients list we've had so far. So in terms of texture and flavour, my hopes are unreasonably high. So we open this one up and we're back into the kind of smaller chunks that the first bar had. This one has a proper Nutella, gianduja, chocolate hazelnut stuff smell. But let's see how it tastes before it gets all over my fingers. Better, much better. This tastes as it should. If you've ever had Nutella, if you've ever had any kind of chocolate hazelnut spread or any kind of gianduja product, that is what this tastes like. It feels a lot smoother than the other bars, and the texture makes sense with that hazelnut flavor because it feels like a gianduja truffle or those little kind of gianduja pyramids that you can buy. And the softness is reminiscent of Nutella and other kind of chocolate hazelnut spreads that so many of us grew up with and loved. That is what this should be, and it is what it is. They've nailed it. They've absolutely nailed it here. It's got the best ingredients. It is by far the best quality for the same price as the other bars, and it's extremely affordable for what it is. If you love that chocolate hazelnut combination but don't love to break the bank, they've got you there. For the brand that it is and for the price and for nailing what it says it's going to be, this one's a 5 out of 5 that I will happily smash off camera once it's been in the fridge for a bit longer because it's turning into soup between my fingers. If you guys are fans of Milka chocolate, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. There are still several Milka chocolate bars that I haven't tasted, so do also let me know if you would like to see me get my gums around those. I saw that they have some bubbly chocolate, some straight up white chocolate nowadays. Let me know your thoughts. Also, do let me know if you disagree with absolutely everything in this video because they're sometimes my favorite comments. But I'm afraid that is all I have time for today, my loves. Thank you so much for joining me for another little afternoon of snacking. Don't forget you can help support the channel via Patreon with the link in the description below if you'd like to. But otherwise, thank you so much, whether this is your first time or your 700th time, and I will see you for the next one.